huge Terrestrial Festival drama. So huge. More huger than my lawyer has advised me not to finish the rest of the sentence. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but I just wanted to make a video really quickly. Let's get into some updates about Terrestrial Festival. And to be honest, it's one of the topics that keeps on resurfacing every time a very high in demand set comes out. And of course, it has to do with prices. Now, cover your ears, folks. I know. I'm going to be talking about money. I know. Don't click off just yet. Please. You can if you want to. If you cannot handle the word money, I suggest you to click off, okay? Listen, it's going to be all right. I'm going to hold your hand, okay? Just take deep breaths. But anyway, let's get into the money side of Terrestrial Festival. And listen, it's not going to be some sort of glazed piece of me saying, hey, guys, hate to say it, but I was right. I was right. Before we get into why you should stop doing this, title drop, I would like to fill you guys up on some of the updates. So first of all, it appears that each single box is guaranteed to have one SAR Pokemon card. That's pretty good. Now, I know Opossum Bud said this, and he was absolutely right. People were calling him out, saying he's bullshitting. But you know what? He was goddamn absolutely right, because you are guaranteed one SAR per box, which I think is a fantastic move by Pokemon. If it wasn't guaranteed, I'll be honest, that would not be good at all. So it is kind of cool. It looks like the guarantee for one special illustration rare was substituted for no illustration rares. I mean, I kind of like the illustration rares, to be honest. I wish they were in the set. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's a bunch of other cards that are cool. So, hey, listen, at least we're guaranteed one SAR card per box. I think that is a huge win. Obviously, it's going to be different in English because English doesn't have guaranteed pull rates. They also don't have booster boxes as well, so it's going to be vastly different. Second thing is that Master Balls are not guaranteed, apparently, which was, it kind of threw me a loop this morning because I was watching a bunch of openings, and then all I saw was people pulling a Master Ball in each single box, and I was like, okay, guess Master Balls are guaranteed in the box. It looks like Poke Beach was incorrect about that, and then Professor Metri tells me that it's not guaranteed, and then it looks like I was just watching videos where these people were just getting really lucky. So, looks like Master Balls are not guaranteed per box. It looks like the ratio is 1 in every 3. And this kind of leads me to believe that I think the most expensive card in the set, whether that be single or a PSA 10 price, is probably going to be a Master Ball Evolution. I know that's kind of a bold take, and I know PokeNE also had that opinion as well. But I think there's some validity to it, because if you think about it, one is guaranteed per box, and that is a special art rare, and another is not guaranteed a box. And there's way more variants of Master Balls, making it way harder to pull the one that you want. So I think the opinion of a Master Ball being the most expensive card in the set is not really a foregone conclusion, to be honest. So those are some of the details if you guys have missed. Let's get into the money side of the Pokemon hobby, the greedy side of the Pokemon. I'm just kidding. Let's talk about the prices of the Pokemon Evolution cards, because this is freaking triggering me. So let's go on to eBay here, and as you see, I'm going on the sold listings, okay? The sold listings, not the listed prices. And people are actually buying, for example, the Moonbryon for $400. Now, listen, I'm not exactly against people buying it for crazy prices just when it released, because I know probably all of these listings are just buying it so they could send it to PSA and get a 10 and flip it for, like, a profit. So I completely understand that, but man, there's so many better ways to get this card, and I'm gonna get to that in a bit. But if you just look at the goddamn prices, these are crazy. For example, one sold for 500, 470. One a Vaporeon card, which was probably me, to be honest. I probably bought this card for $140, which is not really a crazy amount, but it's still kind of substantial. And another one is this Sylveon's, which I could definitely get. If you want to get this card to flip, at least do it the right way. I'll give you an example. Let's go on Sneaker Dunk. Now, this is not a sponsorship by any means, but Sneaker Dunk is a Japanese company. So basically, it's not exactly like eBay, although people can list their boxes up for sale. Sellers send it to a facility, Sneaker Dunk's facility, and they verify it to make sure everything is good, that it's not tampered with, that it's authentic, and then they send it to you. And usually the shipping is pretty quick. But anyway, as you guys see, the boxes are pretty cheap. It's $45. Although the shipping is kind of expensive, it's $30. However, it's a flat rate of $30, meaning that if you buy 10 boxes, it's still going to be $30 shipping, which I think is pretty good deal. So effectively, you are getting each box for about this amount if you buy it in bulk. However, let's go to the single prices of the Evolution cards. And as you can see, it is vastly different from eBay. And I'm going to give myself a little pat on back. I was kind of spot on with the price predictions. The Umbreon is selling for $190, and the shipping, I believe, is only $13 on single cards. So about $200. And my prediction was $200 to $250. And it looks like the Sylveon also is doing pretty well with $117, $100. And surprisingly, I thought Eevee was going to be probably the lowest. But again, these are kind of two different markets, I will say. This one is kind of a reflection of the Japanese market. eBay is a reflection of the English market. However, I do think the English market will see a lot of similar prices to this site specifically, because this is a reflection of what people are buying in Japan. This is how much each cards are going for in Japan, and soon that will translate to the Western market. All the people that were saying, oh my god, this is going to be $1,000 card, I think that was never going to be the case. I was saying there was way too many SAR cards, and by the looks of it, there has to be some sort of guarantee per box, because it looks like they're not even doing illustration rares. So if you're guaranteed one per box, I'll be honest, the prices are going to be pretty affordable. I'm speculating that these cards are going to drop significantly, and I highly urge you to not pay these crazy inflated prices on eBay if it's for your collection. If you intend to buy it, send it to PSA and then flip it. That is completely understandable. I get the game, don't worry. But for the people that are seeing these listings and FOMOing all over the place, pause. I highly suggest you to not buy it currently. Usually all the prices drop about 1 to 2 weeks after release date, and mind you, we are not even at release date yet. I think it's tomorrow. I highly suggest you to hold it off if you're doing it for your own personal collection. If you're doing it for monetary gains, I wouldn't even get it on eBay. I would get it on a site like Sneaker Dunk, where you're effectively paying half the price and half the risk. I think this is a much better option that saves you a lot more money. And listen, I'm not sponsored by this site by any means. I'm just trying to tell you that don't spend $400 even if you're trying to flip it for a PSA 10 price. I think there's way more better options out there, like this one. But anyway, that's pretty much about it. Just wanted to do a little quick market rant. Let's see if my prediction holds true, because it looks like on Sneaker Dunk, the prices that I predicted are pretty close. So I think eBay is going to follow suit one way or the other, and you're going to see a massive decrease in prices. But hey, that's just my humble prediction of the Pokemon market that is ever expanding, ever changing, and never predicting. So anyway, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you later, weebs.